Okay. Okay, good. Hi, everyone. Hi, good evening. I'm not very loud. I'm sorry. I'm trying my absolute best. Welcome to the third annual BIPOC Chord Ceremony. My name is Larissa Leary. I am the founder of this ceremony, but I am also so excited that I am graduating this year, so thank you. Thank you. If there's a crying baby, it's probably one of my nieces. I'm so sorry. I just front runner. Thank you so much. We have some people to thank. I want to thank our sponsors of course, the University of Colorado Law School, and then some of our firm sponsors, Brownstein, the Colorado Hispanic Bar Association, Louis Rocca, Sherman and Howard, Wilmer and Hale, and then our individual sponsors, Nora Pasimek, Chase Robinson, and then Angela Vishek. So thank you for your money and making the ceremony get well together. Thank you. I also want to thank the Chord Ceremony Committee, Linnea Cheek, Jamil Kasuhun, Leo Nguyen, and Ryan Rael. Thank you so much for all your help. I'll now invite Emiliano Salazar to come do the land acknowledgement so we can get started.
Is this working? Okay, perfect. I have a bit of a deeper, louder voice, so I might have been okay. This is what happens when you grow up one of six.
You got a radio voice.
Yeah, oh, thank you. The University of Colorado Boulder honors and recognizes the many contributions of Indigenous peoples in our state. CU Boulder acknowledges that it is located on the traditional territories and ancestral homelands of the Cheyenne, Arapaho, Ute, and many other Native American nations. Their forced removal, I don't know what that was. Their forced removal from these territories has caused devastating and lasting impact. While the University of Colorado Boulder can never undo or rectify the devastation wrought on Indigenous peoples, we commit to improving and enhancing engagement with Indigenous peoples and issues locally and globally. Here at Colorado Law, we will continue to inspire law students to question the status quo and improve the lives of Indigenous peoples across the world. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to all of you. Welcome to our families, welcome to our friends, welcome to our staff, our faculty, and to our students who are not graduating. Thank you to all, and warmest congratulations to our graduates. I'm especially pleased, well, I was going to say, I'm so pleased that so many of you came out in all of this rainy weather. You know, my grandmother used to say that rain is a sign of success. Let me pause and say about that. One of the things you might infer from that statement is that she probably spent a lot of time in dry places, right? And that's true. This is my second year here as Dean of the University of Colorado Law School. As some of you know, I'm a Los Angeles native. I am also, going way back to some extent, a Colorado native. My great-great-grandfather and his family came here right after the Civil War, after his service at Appomattox. And so when I was taking this job, one of the things that my oldest relative says was, "You're going back home." And to a great extent, that has been true. And that's by way of saying my family for over 150 years has lived in some really dry places. So rain is really a good thing for most of us. I just want to pause and say that this is a tremendous accomplishment for all of our graduates, and I know especially for our students of color. I know that some of you, like me, are first-gen college and law school graduates. And an accomplishment like this means all the more for you, for your families, for your ancestors who are not here, and for the people who will come after you. This is momentous. I want to take a moment to recognize that while many of you, perhaps even most of you, will become lawyers and go into various forms of law practice, this experience, along with being vocational and preparing you to go out there and to be lawyers and to be advocates, it is also a deeply scholarly experience. It is an experience, I'm sure that graduates will agree, gives you the opportunity to bridge what you had before you came here. And something that my mother used to say, and I still say it sometimes to my own family, this was never a place to come and get brand new. And some of you know what that means. You don't go getting new at law school. Rather, you bring all the wonderful things that you knew and that you had, and you bridge them to the learning that you get here, both the opportunity to train as lawyers and the opportunity to become better and deeper scholars, the opportunity to enhance powers of critical discernment, the opportunity to think deeply, to grow in listening, to grow in empathy. And I say that despite all the lawyer jokes out there. Probably our biggest skill as lawyers is not just sympathy, but empathy. And that is, in particular, what I think a lot of us bring to the legal profession. This opportunity here at Colorado Law gives you the opportunity to make an even more meaningful contribution as you go out into the world. I want to say to you that as you go out, the most important thing that I want you to take is the joy of purpose and just plain old-fashioned joy. That is something I will confess to you. While I enjoyed law school, I didn't necessarily embrace joy and what that meant in every part of my life. And it's really only in recent decades that I understood what that meant, and that having the joy of purpose and joy is really what makes us successful in whatever we do. And so, graduates, congratulations, and I wish you great joy in every single thing that you do, large and small. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Leo Nguyen, and I'm a second-year law student here at Colorado Law. And tonight I have the honor of introducing our keynote speaker, the Honorable Regina M. Rodriguez. So, Judge Gina Rodriguez is a federal judge on the United States District Court for the District of Colorado. She joined the court in 2021 after Senate confirmation of 72 to 28, with all Democrats and 22 Republicans voting in favor of confirmation. She was first nominated to the federal bench by President Obama in 2016, but the nomination was allowed to expire. She was then among the first slate of judicial nominations made by President Biden after his election. She is the first Asian American to serve as a federal district judge in Colorado. And Judge Rodriguez was also born in Gunnison, Colorado, where her parents met while attending Western State Colorado University. She's a 1988 graduate of the University of Colorado School of Law, and she practiced as a trial attorney here in her home state of Colorado for over 30 years before joining the bench. She began her practice in a boutique litigation firm, Cooper & Kelly, and then spent 8 years at the United States Attorney's Office in the Civil Division, where she ultimately became the deputy chief and then chief of the division. She was the first Latina and first Asian civil chief. In 2002, she left the U.S. Attorney's Office for private practice, where she spent 19 years as a partner in several national and international law firms, Fager and Benson, Hogan Lovells, and Wilmer Hale. Judge Rodriguez is a fellow of the American College of Trial Lawyers and a member of the American Board of Trial Advocates. In addition to her trial work, Judge Rodriguez has a long track record of community service and pro bono work with emphasis on issues involving education and access to the courts. She has received numerous awards, including Hispanic National Bar Association Latina Lawyer of the Year, Colorado Hispanic Bar Association Chris Miranda Outstanding Hispanic Lawyer, Colorado Law Distinguished Achievement in Private Practice, Girl Scouts Woman of Distinction, Law Week Colorado Top Women Lawyers, Top Litigator, Latino Leaders Magazine Top Latino Lawyer, Law Week Colorado Barristers Best People's Choice Overall Litigator, Denver Business Journal 2019 Outstanding Women in Business Award, the Denver Business Journal Power Book Awards finalist, and the Colorado Diversity Council's Most Powerful and Influential Women. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Judge Rodriguez. Thank you.
Well, that was quite an introduction. Thank you, Leo. Boy, I had a different thing to start out with, but I'm just taken aback for a moment, and I need to stop for a moment and just be in the presence of what I see. And I hope that you will hear this conversation tonight that we're about to have and see through my eyes, which is an unbelievable room filled with possibility and magic and my hope for the future. So it is really my honor to be here. Thank you for granting me this privilege. You know, Helen Keller said that life is a daring adventure or nothing. It's definitely been an adventure for you graduates here and those people who have been supporting you. Congratulations to all of you, the families that are here with you, and the families and people that you have adopted as your family along the way, who are with you in spirit, however it may be. You've made it through this part of the adventure. Bravo to all of you. Huge round of applause to you. And I gotta just tell you, I am absolutely in awe of the names in this program. So they sent it to me electronically, and I started going through it. I was so taken with how many names there were in here. I had to call one of my friends from law school. As they said, I graduated in 1988. She graduated in 1987. I think she was one of the first African-American women to graduate from CU Law. And we both just sat on the phone looking at each of your names in awe. And then all of a sudden she said to me, but wait, there's a second page. I was like, what? It did not even dawn on me to look for a second page, that there could be this many students of color graduating from this institution. This was not the case when I went to law school here. We would have filled up maybe this first few seats here. And actually, probably the ones that we graduated, just a couple of the seats. So congratulations to all of you. But a ceremony like this today doesn't just happen. It comes from a lot of commitment from a lot of people. And my understanding is that this organization and this ceremony was the idea of students. It is a student-created and a student-led organization. Well done. This is also a tribute to the commitment of the University of Colorado School of Law. Its deans, the ones now and in the past, its faculty, and its students. Though it looks very different today than it did 35 years ago, which, by the way, this year is my 35-year reunion year. It seems like just yesterday. But it really is a vision that was created many years ago. And while, yes, I would gritch and groan about how long it's taking and how much more there is to go, it's important that we today stop and acknowledge the important strides that have been made. So please make sure you take time today to just look around and marvel at the people around you and this accomplishment. I also want to just note that although I start with that life is a daring adventure or nothing, the real heart of the quote for me is the lesser known part that follows. Security does not exist in nature, nor do the children of men as a whole experience it. Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than exposure. This quote by the American author Helen Keller articulates precisely why it is essential to live a fulfilling life, a life of passion and joy, as Dean Ennis just alluded to. It's essential to expand our comfort zones and to take some measured risks, maybe not always so measured, maybe some bigger than others. But we have seen this in the last several years, and I think that the class of 2023 has a very unique perspective on what all this really means. Life did not go how you planned it. Anybody had their plans turn out the last several years? Law school didn't go as you planned. Many of us lost loved ones. Many of us struggled. Many of us still struggle. And as I thought about what I wanted to say here today, I thought about the state of our democracy and the fight to maintain it. I thought about the social issues we face: crime, poverty, drug addiction, homelessness, inequities. As a federal judge, I see plenty of that every single day. I thought about the racial inequities that still exist. I thought about our justice system and the changes occurring there and that need to still occur there. I thought about what advice I could give you as you start out in this next part of your journey. But I also thought about that this is supposed to be about a 15-minute speech and you all want to get on with celebrating. So rather than giving you advice, you know where to find me if you need that. Just down there, down in Denver at the federal courthouse. And many of you have visited me there. And if you haven't, you have an open invitation. Come visit. And I am open for advice if you need it. I've been in private practice. I've been in public sector. I've been in big firms. I've been in small firms. I kind of been there, done that. So I'm an open book. Use it. But rather than doing that, rather than cajoling or chastising, let me just acknowledge you all as the trailblazers that you are. You've come through this challenging time armed with an incredible education. You have a community committed to you, and perhaps most importantly, you are not alone. You got 2 pages of y'all. You are here now on the other side of your law school journey, and I want you to know that the people are waiting for you. You're entering this profession at a pivotal moment in time. We've been waiting for you. We need leaders like you. We need bold leaders like you. We need thinkers like you. You all have been at the forefront of history, and we as a society are working our way through challenges we've never faced before. The playbook on how to resolve The current struggles has not yet been written. This is a challenge, but it is also an opportunity to create the world we want to see. And for this, we need you. We need your big thinking. We need your thinking outside the box. We need your vast experiences from all parts of the world, from all parts of society, from all parts. We need it. If you think about it, much of our current society wasn't built with folks like us in mind. Some of you heard me speak before in other contexts and heard me reference Trevor Noah. For those of you who don't know or go to sleep early like me, I do it on DVD, but Trevor Noah is a South African author, comedian, and he hosted The Daily Show, which is a late-night American talk show. His comment on some of his experiences really resonated with me. He said that if he built a house, he'd build it with himself in mind, the way he'd like it. He'd build it really modern with lots of glass and stairs. But then if someone who relied on a wheelchair for mobility moved in, it wouldn't work so well for that person. It really made me think back to the days of my little duplex in the heart of Capitol Hill with 2 bedrooms, one for sleeping, the other for shoes and clothes. There was no parking, no cable TV, and it was built at the turn of the century. 1900, not 2000. I mean. But this little house that had so much character in my mind was sheer misery for my then boyfriend and now husband. According to him, he thought an office was a better use for the second room, and cable TV was an absolute must. The narrow staircases of that charming home were not so good for a 6'4" man. Eventually, we were able to build a home together where we created a vision for our future that would accommodate family, friends, parties, etc. And in short, that was a home with a broader vision than my single girl duplex. The time is now right to envision the future that you want for yourselves and for your families. We've been waiting for you. You have a broader scope of experience. You all present the diversity of perspective, thought, and experience that will lead us to that future. Build something that includes everyone and exceeds our wildest expectations. You are and will continue to explore worlds once considered merely science fiction. You've got artificial intelligence, self-driving cars, space exploration, climate advances, travel, refrigerators that talk to us, and a country that looks very, very different than it did 35 years ago. You'll be the judges, the legislators, the educators, the CEOs, the board of directors, the law firm partners, the civil rights lawyers, the prosecutors, the public defenders. You are the trailblazers. You are the architects of what is to come, and it will be up to you to change the course of the world and light the path for those that will follow. At each step, I ask you just to remind yourself to ask, what path am I leaving? Perhaps the best thing you will have going forward is your CU education, which is more than reading and writing. There's more to an education than reading and writing is the thing my parents used to always say to us, and I found that at CU Law. You will also have a network of people that will follow you long, and you won't even begin to fully realize that until you get into your practice. But use it, be a part of it. And finally, you have a critical mass. You're not alone, and you don't have to do it alone. I know that sometimes it feels that you are alone, but use each other and support each other. This will be even more important as you go out into your career. Now, you all may not be besties with everyone, but these people are your resources. Help them. Work together. Trust each other. You'll get plenty of feedback out there in the world. Try to ensure that the feedback you give each other is helpful and supportive. The world will try to set it up to tell you that you must compete with one another. It's simply not true. Don't buy it. There's room for all of us as we strive for equity and opportunity for everyone. So here's what I want you to remember. If you remember nothing else about this evening, and you probably won't remember a whole lot, I trust you all completely to charter the path forward. You are the ones we've been waiting for. Thank you in advance for all you will do, for your leadership, for your compassion, and your vision. I thank you, and congratulations.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our graduates. Welcome to family, friends, and partners that have joined us here tonight. My name is Violeta Chapin, and I teach our Immigration Defense Clinic here at the law school. I have been on the faculty now for 16 years, and I can say that the face of the law school has truly, truly transformed. As I look out into the crowd today, you are truly transforming the face of our communities, right, and of the courthouses in which you will practice. I am so proud of all of you. I'm going to be hosting the courting ceremony today with Professor Gruber and Dean Innes, and in just a few moments, we're going to start calling out the names of the graduates. I have been asked to tell the graduates that once you are courted, you are to return to the seating section, and then we will have further instructions for you at the end. So if our graduates could please stand and exit out the back door, we will call you in name by name. Thank you. I'm waiting for a cue from Jamil.
I want to cover the flower.
Leo, you're a second year listener, right? So it'll be fair. All right, we're getting started. Our first graduate is Emiliano Salazar. Essence Duncan. McLean Marisol Eubank. Grace Isabel Rosado. Miguel Gutierrez Rodarte. Congratulations. Sienna Noel Kalina. Kylie L. New. Jessica Lea Samba. Liam A. Garcia. Marina Christine Ramirez Fleming. Larissa Joanne Alire. Carol Tendai Makoko. Alika Leanne Johnston. Alan R. Jones III. Feroz Khalidi. Lexi C. Clark. Zachary E. Levy. Janae G. Mann. Erickson Morales. Connor Callista Carolina Willardson. Emmanuel A. Brondino Zavalla. Rachel Olivia Martinez. Cassandra A. Pankey. Jaina Patel. Verónica Mercedes González. Josephine M. Ryder. Kelsey Romero Suarez. Lauren Tarver. Kelby G. Welsh. Danielle Micaela Wu. Ananya Tour. Sepide Akbarian. Reza Dorshamal. Erica Lisbeth León Barranco. Bashi Roy Kara. And Vivian Casolari Pereira. Yay! One last round of applause for our graduates. Thank you so much to all of you for being here. Thank you so much to the students who founded this ceremony, who helped us organize here today.